Hey there folks, Wrel here. We're in the Mass Effect universe, Mass Effect 1. I did not update the character, I should probably put it that way. I don't know how. I didn't update the skin effects, the whatevers. I didn't make the game look better. And I did that because the instructions were I just didn't feel like sitting through it. So eventually it may happen, but until then we are on Noveria right now, as you can tell by the storm brewing outside, and we're about to talk to Gianna Parsini, and we're gonna begin the Noveria stuff.
How can I help you?
How large are the facilities?
We have 17 research complexes built into the mountains. Each is a self-sufficient facility housing...
Tell me about the companies.
Over 250 high-tech firms rent our labs. Major shareholders and... They attract many protests. No agitators have ever...
I'd like to speak to Anoleis.
One moment, please. Mr. Anoleis?
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard is asking to see you, sir.
Right, fine, come in.
Guy sounds kind of like a douche, you know?
You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain colonial rubes.
I see you looked up my service record.
Only a fool enters negotiation without knowledge of the other party's tendencies. This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the Executive Board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
Are you telling me you have no safety protocols?
Don't be ridiculous. Do you think a for-profit company would take no precautions against loss of life and material? Project leads have the final say here, not meddlesome politicians.
Do you do business with Saren?
Agent Saren? One of your Spectre compatriots? He is a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Noveria's backers.
Is Binary Helix developing weapons for him?
It's possible, given his interests. What our clients do in their labs is their business.
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Benezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at Peak 15.
What do you mean, personal escort?
The phrase is self-explanatory. Bodyguards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
Commandos? Odd that you shouldn't mind their presence.
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezia from taking them.
What can you tell me about her cargo?
Large, heavy, and sealed. It passed weapons screening. Beyond that, it is not our concern.
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Skadi Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
Surface access, you say?
Cut off, I said. The roads are not suitable for travel. Don't make an issue of this, Shepard.
Let him be stubborn, Shepard. I'm sure someone else here is willing to help us.
I have no more questions at this time.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
You can, after you take Anoleis, you can actually get into that chest over there. But till then, not so much.
Mr. Anoleis isn't the only one with a past to leave Hanshan. You've never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
So it would seem. I need an alternative.
Talk to Lorik Qui'in. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar. Can't say more. Not within earshot of Mr. Anoleis.
Talk to you later.
Very well.
I think one of the most interesting aspects of Mass Effect was that there was so much political, like overlapping and power struggles and that sort of thing. Like authority in itself plays a huge role in the game. Just with people having to respect your right as a Spectre, I guess, to basically do anything to the council. The fact that they almost don't respect your right. It's just very interesting situations that they've developed throughout the series. And they throw you right into it too. It's not like you have time to figure out what's what. I mean, they do a good job at piecing together things for you. I think that creates a really strong game, because without the sort of political interplay, it would just be going from one place to another, completing the missions, killing the bad guys, and that's it. But this is it actually makes it into a story. I'm not talking to her. I don't need her.
Afternoon. Sit down, have a drink. What can I do for you?
Are you Lorik Qui'in? I heard you might be able to help me.
You are the Spectre that just arrived, are you not? What can an old Turian like me possibly help you with?
I'm trying to find a way into the garage. There are places to go.
You need a pass. How fortuitous. I'm the manager of the local Synthetic Insights office. For the moment, at least. Mr. Anoleis closed my office. He claims to be investigating reports of my corruption. The Administrator is an interesting man. He's become quite wealthy since he took direct control of rents.
I sense a connection there.
Indeed. I acquired evidence of Anoleis' actions. His hired goons are ransacking my office to find it. I suspect your goal lies outside this port. Mr. Anoleis would be disinclined to let you wander. If you recover the evidence from my office, I will give you my garage pass, as well as a sum of credits.
You have a plan?
I do. However, there is one other... What is that charming human expression? Fly in the lotion? Violence against Mr. Anoleis' thugs may be necessary. He has members of Han Shan's security team searching my offices. He's paying them under the table. Miss Matsuo is unaware of their outside employment.
I'll focus on trying to get your evidence. If I'm lucky, I won't have to fight anyone.
Excellent. Here is my pass into our offices. It will activate the elevator. The evidence is on my office computer. This OSD contains an encryption key to access it. Slide it into the drive and it will auto-execute. Oh, and do try to keep bloodstains off the carpets, would you?
Lorik Qui'in's character, I actually really like him, even though the interactions that you have with him are very limited. He just has a really smooth voice, and his presence is very developed. He's like calm. He knows exactly what, or he understands like the situations and what you want, and how to give it to you without while also benefiting him. He's a really cool character. I kind of wish that there was more interactions with it. What am I doing?
I'm sorry. The hotel is off limits to those without an order. Don't hang up. Elder brother, it's me. I'm on Noveria now.
I'm not supposed to go this way.
Read it.
But I don't even remember what is back here. Oh my god. Oh, security control unit. That's interesting. I've never actually seen this up here before, but I bet you anything it has, it interacts with at least one of the missions here. Oh well. We'll just run in, kill everybody. That's how we do. So last time we asked, by we I mean me.
Dealt with the corporations on Noveria in the past. They pay well and they don't ask any questions.
We asked what kind of struggles you've gone through and growing up and things like that to help you make you a better person, or how they've impacted your life. And very few people answered it. Actually, I only think maybe one did give me a legitimate answer. Not that a lot of people are viewing these videos yet, but and then another subscriber asked or said that he'd much rather hear me talk about my problems, essentially, which is completely fair. So I've had many struggles throughout my life, and I mean, I can't complain. It's when it comes to struggle in general, you get it, and then you deal with it, and then you move on, or you dwell on it, and then it takes over your life. But there was this TED Talk, actually. There was this girl who, and I'm going to circle back to my one of the problems or struggles that I'd share. But there was this girl who had, I don't think she had cystic fibrosis or something along those lines though, and she everybody, she talked about growing up, and everybody said, oh, you know, they're like heaping pity onto her, right? Because, you know, oh, she has this problem and she's so unfortunate and this and this and this. But to her, growing up, it was just a normal thing, right? So that that pain and that the absence, I guess, of what we consider normality tends to it becomes normal for us. And like I said, I'll circle back to that. Let's do this interaction first, though.
Freeze! Hanshan security. This office is sealed.
Lorik Qui'in gave me a pass in.
Qui'in? Are you working for him? He's under investigation.
Anoleis is paying you to shake this place down. Does Captain Matsuo know you're here?
Hey, I'm not the one who wants Qui'in. Anoleis has a Varen up his ass about this guy. How about this? You pretend you didn't see us, we'll pretend we didn't see you.
So that's nice. But what kind of sucks about
Enemy
this
sighted.
is this. Is that everybody knows you're here.
I will destroy you.
And they're very, very angry about it, evidently. It's kind of... Ooh. That was interesting. Okay.
Negative contact, Shepard.
And now they don't know we're here. Let's do this real quick. Upgrade kit. Some stuff. Okay. Nice. Didn't even stand a chance. Is it decryption? Oops. Assault rifle. We actually need to go up to the top floor, but let's give it a little go to check and see if we can pick people off from down here. Nope. I love that you can slap people in this game. It's just funny.
Think we got him, Commander.
Really, really silly, but... Well, it's silly how far they fly. It's too low. Lorik computer. And there we go. Now we're basically just gonna kill everybody.
I don't think you're supposed to be in here, Shepard.
Do you plan on making me leave?
Leave? You think I'm gonna let you walk out? Anoleis would throw you off-world for what you did here. I won't. You know what we did to cop killers on my world?
You're here off-duty breaking the law for bribe money. You expect us
If
to
you
feel
want to
bad?
fight, I'll give you one.
You talk to talk. Let's see if you can walk after I break your legs.
Oh, shotgun! Oh, my shotgun! Oh, snap. What is my...
I'll kill you.
I was pressing the wrong button to
Take him down.
revive.
I'll kill you.
Okay. I think I have enough shields to get him mid
I'm on it!
all soon. Maybe not. Alright. There we go.
I will destroy you!
Oh, there's one downstairs. Sniper. Don't like that.
Locked and loaded.
Oh, snipers are so nasty. Come on, let me shoot. Okay.
That's the last of them.
All right. So that wasn't too bad. But yeah, if you want to talk about struggle I guess, that have happened in my life. I'll give you one. I was... oh no, which one? Which ones should I talk about? So, when I was getting ready to join the Navy... Actually... Yeah, I'll do this. I'll do this one. So, while I was getting ready to join the Navy, I was actually contracted to be a SEAL. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to have a SEAL contract, and I figured that I would be suited for the job, right? So basically, my physical health was where I am now, which is trash. And in 6 months, like 6 solid months, I was actually working in a restaurant at the time. I was a waiter, and I 6 months I went into the gym morning, evening, night, and I basically lived out of the gym. And I turned myself into just your average gamer, into just this, like, I'd never been in such good physical shape in my entire life. 160 pounds of just raw muscle and athletic prowess,
Commander, there have
right?
been reports of noise from the Synthetic Insights office.
It's probably Anoleis'.
Meet me at the hotel for a drink before you talk to Qui'in. I'll be waiting.
And alright, so 6 months. And this was... When you have a SEAL contract, you have to... There's certain requirements that you need to meet. I mean, you need to do... or you need to take what's... I actually forget what they call it now. It's basically your PST. And you have to run... Okay. It's a long string of events. It's basically endurance and strength testing, and you need to do this every week, right? While we were waiting to ship off to boot camp, and it was, I want to say, God, I can't believe that I can't remember this. Well, it was a long swim, just doing laps in the pool as quick as you can, and then when you get out, you have 5 minutes to rest, but really those 5 minutes are spent drying off and then getting to the next stage, which is push-ups, and you have to do as many as you can in 2 minutes, and then sit-ups as many as you can in 2 minutes, and then pull-ups, and you have to meet a certain minimum, and then you have to run 1.5 miles. So my struggle, and I know I'm going to try to talk quick, is that I had never been this physically active before, and that in itself was just a huge hurdle to overcome. But I was so determined, right, to become, you know, a Navy SEAL and get in and excel. So I completely changed myself into something that it never was. I never did sports growing up. I never did anything too physical aside from the martial arts, and then I had really terrible shin splints before I was to leave for boot camp, and they were so bad that, I mean, I kept running through them because that's what I needed to do every week. Needed to just go, do this, you know, the swim, the push-ups, sit-ups, run, pull-ups, whatever. And my recruiter, or one of them, said that it needs to be like, you need to be able to do this like you're putting on your pants, right? It just needs to happen. Like, you need to be able to pull this out. Nobody's business. And I actually failed the first time when I was trying to get the SEAL contract. And then I went in. The second time, after beefing up and preparing for it a little bit, went in, got the contract, and then I needed to maintain it while I was getting ready to leave. Not only maintain, but also excel. You have to be progressively getting better, or else they're gonna drop your contract. So my run times were getting worse. I was running through my shin splints as hard as I could, and it was just, the first test that I failed after I got my contract, this was a terrible mistake, but I failed the test. So I did my swim, push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, run. Failed the run by like 4 seconds or something like that. I was so angry that I decided to do it again the same exact day, and completely and utterly failed. It actually wasn't too terrible, but I was exhausted from the previous one, and it was a bad idea to run it again because it's 3 strikes and you're out. So those 2 wasted 2 in a day instead of waiting for the next week and then trying to heal up a little bit. No, it didn't happen. So the next week I went in again, did my test. I failed it by a second, 2 seconds, because you need to have a 1.5 mile run at the end of that test within 11 minutes, and I was off by 2 or 3 seconds, I think. So that was bad. I ended up losing my contract, and I said, you know what? I still want to do this. I need to get in the Navy right now. Like, I had to actually quit my job when I was nearing my time to join the Navy. I quit my job to pursue, actually to live in the gym, essentially, and just keep working on being fit. I was doing 300 push-ups a day, 300 4-count flutter kicks, and that was easy every day. And it's the determination that I had at that point was amazing. And just recalling those times, it was just that was a struggle to constantly keep myself motivated, to make myself into this thing that I hadn't been, and then to actually like just keep moving so hard and end up failing. That was a very, very difficult struggle for me to overcome while I was actually in boot camp, because I didn't have a SEAL contract anymore. I was actually contracted to be a submariner, or submariner. They get kind of iffy if you say submariner, but yeah. And I'm not going to go much further than that. I think I wasted a lot of time already, but yeah. So you can pull from that I was in the Navy. I had a SEAL contract for a few months, for whatever. I ended up losing my SEAL contract after turning myself into a monster. I'm actually, it sounds like I'm bragging about this, but I was very, very impressed with how quickly, 6 months, I was able to turn myself into a very, very athletic person, having never done it in my life before, just through sheer determination. And yeah, I'm not going to tell you what happens after this point. Maybe we can discuss it another time, but that's just struggles, That was one of my dreams, and then it was crushed, and I had to carry on. And I'm here for you guys.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Parasini, Noveria Internal Affairs.
Why is an
The executive... I want you to convince Qui'in to testify before the board. With his evidence, this planet can run profitably again.
I need Qui'in's garage pass to complete my mission.
You help my investigation, I'll provide whatever you need. Favor for a favor.
In the long run, it is better to remove the source of the problem.
Look, Shepard, I don't like this either. You Spectres play fast and loose with the law. That's bad for business.
All right. I'll talk
Thank
to
you.
Qui'in.
You know where I work. Come talk to me once you know if he'll play ball.
All right. Now that we have Qui'in's pass, we have leverage, which is just nasty. It makes me feel a little bit dirty.
Always a pleasure, Spectre. Any news on that matter I asked you to look into?
Yeah, and
I
he's not
finished
so
the job, but
so
an
happy
Internal
about it
Affairs
either.
investigator contacted me. She wants you to testify against Anoleis.
Now that you have my property, you want to dictate how I use it. I have no interest in a public spectacle.
Everyone on this station is chafing under Anoleis' extortion. You might end up a hero.
My employers rely on the goodwill of the executive board to work here.
The board was already investigating Anoleis. They're concerned about the worm in their own fruit.
All right. It is obvious that I cannot dissuade you. Very well. I will testify. Make whatever arrangements you need with your contact. I will wait here.
So that's good. Again, I really, really like his personality. It's just one of those encounters that I actually care about as I play through the game. And there is very few outside of the main characters in the main storyline. That was long. I talked for a long time about that. I wish I could be more concise. That's one of the things that I'm struggling to work toward, especially in games. Is I've never been good at just playing and talking at the same time. I can really only do one or another proficiently, and that's actually one of the reasons, well, the main reason actually, why I'm doing this series, not just the Mass Effect, but the casual channel as a whole, is that I do want to, I just want to get better, and better at being a commentator, and better at doing it live, you know.
Spectre, have you given any more consideration to my offer?
Oh, why is she so uppity?
It took some persuasion, but Qui'in has agreed.
That's a world of stress off my... I didn't think you'd help me, being a Spectre and all.
So, how about
While you were working on Qui'in, I have an...
This is an outrage. I'll see that you never work in this sector again.
Yeah, get a move on.
You, Shepard! I demand you place this bitch under arrest!
You have the right to remain silent. I wish to God you'd exercise it. See you around the galaxy, Commander. I owe you a beer.
Yeah, there are way too many sound effects going on right there. Way too many. Alright, let's pop this open. And that turret's just chilling there like, whatever. Alright, what do we got? Take all. Oops. We'll save it. Save. Let's see. Combat sensor rank 1, high caliber barrel, improved sighting. I actually really am digging the I like sighting. Chemical rounds 2, do I have anything above that? No, but I really do like holding on to those chemical rounds. Any armor? Hydra 1, don't need it. Might have something better than... Actually, interface 3 is probably as good as we're going to get right now. Yep, back. That's pretty much it. I really care very little for the rest of my team. But, whatever. Okay. Oh, I need to... Let's upgrade some abilities. Spectre training. Boom, advanced unity. I'll take it. Oh, yeah. Gives me... And pistols, we're going to upgrade... actually, we're going to dump one here and then put one into the second rank of marksmanship. My charm is maxed out, which is what I need. Liara has nothing on her. Okay. Let's do... we need a singularity, so we're going to pump it up to here. Up to singularity, because that is amazing. Singularity is by far one of the most powerful abilities in this game, and in in all the Mass Effects, which is kind of funny. So first aid, that's fine. You don't really need the stuff. All right, decryption. Wow, wish I would have ranked her up earlier, so I could use that security terminal. We're just gonna use her for that. Quarian machinist. Some high-tech shields. Let's go with basic armor so it can give you even more shields. That way you are more survivable. And that's all I really care about. Alright, save it again. Alright. Now let's make our way to that garage. We finally have a garage pass. And that's it. That's Noveria. Place of business. I like the interior design here. The fact that you can see outside the window and see everything that's going on. So there's some attachment to the outside world and or the planet that you're actually on. And just actually there's windows everywhere. You can just see everything. And the interior is very open and it's very structured at the same time. I think it's very smart design for a place that's supposed to be like this, full of execs and everything. The walls look like marble, or they're like polished instead of just a flat concrete. I don't like the design of it though. It's way too little bland in here.
I heard the administrator's been arrested. Any chance you had something to do with that?
He was corrupt.
Most people here are. I wish you could take them all down. So what can I do for you today?
You seem like you have an ear to the ground.
There's the problems up on Peak 15. Synthetics Insights was shut down by Anoleis. And the matriarch came through.
Do you know where that matriarch is now?
You looking for her? She took a shuttle to Peak 15 before we lost contact.
What do you do here?
I'm the chief mechanic for Hanshan. Just call me Lee. Humans have a problem saying my full name. Got a team of 12 under me, keeping the shuttles coming and going.
I have to go.
You need anything, I'll be here.
I think he's kind of a cool character too. It's a shame that we don't interact with him more.
Access to the garage is restricted.
I have authorization. Excuse me.
Yes, that's genuine. Drive safely. The weather's supposed to be pretty bad out in the Lutz Valley.
She sounds so timid. Alright, so keep this in mind. There was a guard right here. Alright, right here. And yeah. And then this happens.
I'd say these are what the matriarch had in the crates.
Come on, do what I tell you so. There we go. Alright, healing everybody up. That's pretty easy. As long as there's no big guys left.
What are these things? Fan out and secure the area, knowing...
Nah, don't worry about it. Already taken care of it.
What did you do here, Commander?
The Geth ambushed us. We fought back. That's it.
Geth, you expect me to... Where did they come from?
If I were to guess, the matriarch packed them in the shipping container she arrived with.
I don't believe that. We did thorough scans of those. There were no power sources, no element zero masses. If Benezia-sama's containers were packed with these things, there are many more out there.
I need numbers, Captain. A dozen? 100?
Dozens, at least. They're machines. You could pack them tightly. I must report to the executive board. If word gets out about loose Geth, there may be an investor panic.
Yeah, so it kind of took them a while. It makes sense that they were waiting on like Matsuo to get here before they barged in and then did nothing. But I think it's kind of silly. No items up here. And that is pretty much it. Alright, so we are going to end this episode here. I know we didn't accomplish a whole lot, but I know that there's a whole lot more ahead when we do go to Noveria, and some interesting things to talk about, some interesting choices to be made, and we'll have a nice little Mako right up there. And if we're lucky, or if we're unlucky, there's a really terrible glitch that happens, and yeah, it's just funny. You'll see it if you see it. If not, whatever. So that's it. Thanks for bearing with me. Again, I kind of want to thank you guys just for kind of responding in the comments below and interacting with me. This is an experience that I try to it's definitely something that I'm trying to do to develop myself and become a better commentator as a whole, instead of just I usually script all my episodes, as you may have seen from the main channel. But that's about it. Thanks very much, folks. Wrel signing off.